Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So, this episode we're going to go have a talk with the mirror and see how it thinks about all of our decisions. We're going to go out to the world map and have a look at our army. And we're going to hand out loot. Oh, wait a second, we're going to do that right now. So, I put away all the weapons that we don't need to have in our inventory. You know, things that just nobody use or they're just truly trash but named. And now, we just have to have a quick look at everything else. So, Regil, we did pick up a gnomed hooked hammer. Is this better? Well, damage-wise, yes. Let's see what else we got. So, whenever this cold iron +3 hooked hammer lands a hit on an enemy, the target must pass Fortitude saving throw DC 23 or become stunned. That will never happen, therefore the second part doesn't matter. Okay. So, apart from it being axiomatic and cold iron, there's not really much else we need to worry about. I'm looked at the wrong one. There we go. So, cold iron, effectiveness against demons and fae. Axiomatic, it makes it law-aligned and bypasses damage reduction and does an extra 2d6 points of damage to chaotic creatures. So against chaotic creatures, this is actually 2d6 up on what it says it is. So that's 6 to 23 damage? Okay. Wait, that's not right, is it? Yes, it is right. Yeah, 6 to 23, because you had 2 and you had 12. Okay, yep. So, Crushing Burden. Now, Crushing Burden, what does it get? Whenever the wielder of this +5 vicious gnomed hooked hammer lands 3 consecutive hits on the same enemy, so it's +5, so it gets an extra 2 attack, to its roll to attack, so that's good. The enemy must pass a Fortitude saving throw, DC 28, still a little bit low, but it's possible. Or become fatigued. Now, landing 3 consecutive hits is not that impossible for Regil. So, okay. Whenever the wielder lands 3 consecutive hits on a fatigued enemy, the enemy must pass a Fortitude saving throw DC 31 or become exhausted. Now, that's interesting because it says stacking debuff. And we have other ways of applying fatigued, and a DC 31 is actually much more likely to pass. So that's cool. Vicious. This energy deals an additional 2d6 points of damage to the opponent, so that would be 8 to 25 damage, but it'll deal 1d6 points of damage to the wielder. Now that's not ideal. Dealing damage to yourself is not something we want to do. Like, imagine if he hit... Let's say he hits... How many attacks does he get in a turn? Let's say he hits all 7 attacks. He's doing 7d6 points of damage to himself. That's not great. I gotta say, that's not great. However, the damage that he's doing to the enemy, that is pretty great. And would anything survive 7 attacks? Unlikely. Okay. I'm going to equip it, but I'm going to keep the other one with us, just in case. Also, look at this thing. Somebody made a hooked hammer, and then just stuck nails in it all the way through. That's fantastic. Okay, cool. We'll move down the list. Oh, you can use tower shields? I mean, I don't want you to, but I'm just surprised you can, if I'm honest. Right. Oh, right, yes. Before we go down the list, let's just check armor. So use heavy armor, right? So mithril full plate +4, or mithril full plate with spell nullify. I think spell nullify is probably worth more than the enchantment +1 that we're getting, like the difference, because it's 1 armor class or 23 spell resistance. I'd rather have that. Okay, Sull. So it's the exact same armor class on both of these. While the wearer of this +4 full plate armor is wielding a weapon in 2 hands, or is wielding a 2-handed weapon, the weapon's largest enhancement bonus is added to AC with the shield descriptor. Well, that's not bad. So that should mean that he's getting, shield +3 from this. Okay, so he would actually lose 3 armor class if we switched him. So right off the bat, there's no point in switching him, right? So we'll leave that be. So that's fine. I need to check these as well. So there's just padded armor, and then this one, robe of fire. So fire aura. Plus 2 DC bonus to fire spells. You might have a fire spell? Oh, wait, you're already wearing something? Oh, wait, this is cloth armor, so it goes in the armor slot. Oh, I thought it went in the clothing slot. This is even worse than I thought. Okay, cool. Horse? Oh, we can actually apparently put these on the horse, because the horse has a belt slot. That's interesting. We'll do horse last. Right, where was I? Yes, let's do weapons and armor first, and then we'll go back and do other equipment. So you have no armor on. Ah, but I could give you the robe of fire. Okay, wait, can I give Ember robe of fire? I can. Okay. And your DC bonus to fire spells. Yeah, sure, she has fire spells. That actually works perfectly. Okay, so that's not as bad as I thought it was. Okay. You can't wear armor. Lan. Now, you can wear medium armor, but you would lose a bonus because of it. You lose something in your monk stuff makes it so you shouldn't wear armor. Something in here. Just want to find out what it is. While unarmored and unencumbered, the monk adds wisdom bonus to AC and CMD. Yeah, so definitely don't want to give you armor. Sela. So this is higher armor class, same dexterity, both mithril. So it's +2 armor class, or the other one. Whenever an enemy lands a hit, they have to pass a reflex saving throw of DC 18. If they pass the saving throw, they suffer 1d3 piercing damage. Yes, this is an immediate replace because that armor is no longer good. Okay, easy. Right, anything else for you? Nope. You're well, you don't use medium armor, do you? No, you use light armor. And yeah, that's just not going to be worth applying to you. Use light armor, even though you can use medium because you can't actually hold anything that's heavier. You don't use armor. And then you're the one that I took this armor off of. Yes, yes it is. Okay, perfect. So we've done all that. Back to the front of the line again. And we'll just go through people and see if we've got anything else for you. So, you're not wearing gloves. Are these gloves any good for you? The weapon training ability is wielding a weapon it gives a bonus to. That bonus is increases by +2. Wonderful. So he gets 31 to hit. That's pretty good. So he's actually had a +4 to hit since we've started this process. Okay. Anything else? +1 luck saving throw against fire-based effects isn't that good. If you make an attack of opportunity, the enemy has passed a DC 26 fortitude saving throw. Also grants a +2 competence bonus on attack and damage rolls with two-handed weapons. Okay, so that's good, but the Storyteller's Ring is trash. What about this one? The Resistance Ring is fine. Prismatic Ring, that's not useful. Whenever they make a reflex saving throw to determine whether they take half damage, successful save results in no damage. Has high dex, so actually that's pretty good for you. Ring of Evasion. Nice. Belt-wise, let's have a look at you here. So, grants a +4 bonus to strength and a +8 to con. In addition, whenever the wearer of this belt confirms a critical hit with a natural weapon. You know what? This is the horse item. That's actually a horse item because the horse is the one who's using natural weapons. Yeah. Must pass a will saving throw or become vulnerable to negative energy and unholy damage for 2 rounds, which doesn't matter too much, but the high amount of con is also good for the horse. Right. So we haven't got a replacement for your belt. Blazing Crown, we don't care because, yeah, you don't use Charisma and your other one's good. Toxic Wrap is not as good as, yeah, your immunity to mind effect stuff. Okay. You? What have you got? Ring of Luck. Isn't that good. All around defense. Gain a bonus if the other person has... Oh, wait, okay. Yeah, so if the other person has this ring, you gain a bonus. Okay. I'm going to get rid of Ring of Luck for a Elemental Protector. So just a ton of saving throws and resistances. And then Prismatic Ring I don't think we're going to use. And everything else. Oh, you don't have a Bracer slot. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so you don't use a ranged weapon, so that's not going to do anything for you. Here, this doesn't stack with something. I think it's the use magic doesn't stack. Yeah, but that's fine. The other effects stack on you. The hat isn't needed. Yeah, none of that's needed. Okay, you're fine. Was that increase cast level by 4 when using scrolls? Yeah, I should probably use more scrolls. I just don't. You're fine as well. None of this is better than what you have, apart from maybe Ring of Protection. It would actually maybe be better if we gave you Ring of Luck, just because Ring of Protections are not very good right now. Yeah. Okay. Go through the list. Righteous Crusader, immune to bleed. How about this versus you? You actually use Charisma. Lands a hit with a melee weapon, must pass a Fortitude saving throw, DC 25, or suffer bleed damage that equals the wearer's strength modifier for 1d4 rounds. I think I might just take the Charisma helmet. Yeah, just give you more Charisma. Also makes you look a little bit fancier. Right. Continue going through here. Ring of Evasion, Herbal Ring. You should be fine because you've been in the party a while. You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, once again, absolutely fine. Although I do want to check weapons out on you. And you're fine. Cool. Although this should go into general stock, because we might need anybody to have it. In fact, does anyone else have general stock? As in things that we should probably just have in here? Yeah, like that one should go in here. That one should go in here. That is just useless, so you might as well keep it. That's only for paladins. That is fine, you can keep it. That is junk. And that's fine. Okay, cool. And you're always in the party, so none of your stuff is general stock. And nobody's missing a helmet. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're good to go. I think everybody is sorted. I would have liked to have had Camelia's stuff back, because, well, she might have good stuff, but, you know. Oh, we can put a cloak on you. Oh, we can have the toxic wrap then, because it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it makes you immune to acid. Cool. We can also potentially... Oh, that's horse barding, so we knew... No, you can't have that one. I was going to say we could give you armor, but we can't because you're a racer. Okay, that's fine. Let's go and put all of our remaining loot in here. Oh, wait, no, I wanted to check out weapons on Woljif. Weapons on Woljif. So, Lethal Conductor. +5 bonus on use magic device spells and a +4 competence bonus on touch attack rolls. So that probably would be better than Blitz Cut, minus the fact that Blitz Cut goes through any type of damage reduction. I think we were going to switch to this once he reaches level 20. So once he gets the ability to crit and then do touch attacks. And then this one, it gives a bonus on trickery skill checks, so it actually seems pretty good to just keep around. Yeah, that probably seems good to keep around. Is it better than Blitz Cut? It might be worth getting rid of Blitz Cut just because the +4 might cause us to hit more. I'm not too worried about whether we actually... Yeah, although if I'm getting rid of it... Yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's get rid of Blitz Cut. I just completely messed that up, didn't I? Yes, right. Let's do this. Okay, so these don't stack. The trickery on those don't stack, but that's okay. But this is going to do a ton more damage. That does 18 to 31. This one does 18 to 26. Okay, so stick with that. And then we'll keep this Blitz Cut one on us just in case we need to avoid damage reduction at some point. Okay. So keeping that, keeping that. There's a few things we're keeping now, which might not be the best idea I've ever had. Right. Get rid of these bits of armor, though. Yeah, nobody needed the leather armor, so we can sell it. Yeah, keep anything that's named. Sell anything that isn't. Wonderful. Yep, cool. Right. So now we've done all of that, you know, inventory management. It's time to speak to the mirror. Okay. Dresden has been cleansed. Decide what to do next. You know you have fulfilled your duty, but you are not at peace. On the contrary, you feel there is another distortion in the world. Your senses have become so sharpened that your whole being resonates with the vibrations of the next distortion. But where is it? Canabris, the place where it all began. Memories flash before your eyes. You see the horrible figure of Deskari above the buildings. You see the brave and daring Terendelev during the attack. The swing of a scythe and her head falls in a splatter of blood. Pain pierces through you, and the purest of creatures was destroyed by a being from another plane. That should not have happened. Only the very The very fabric of the world screams out against it. Only one who follows the true path of the Aeon can heal this wound. Those who stray from it are powerless. You know this. It's not the ability to see distortions that makes an Aeon, nor is it spells or enchantments. It's only fair judgments. Only through the pursuit of impartial justice is an Aeon able to correct the distortions in the flow of time. Everything has been and everything will be, but an Aeon is forever. Okay, so it's saying that if we are still on the true Aeon path... Oh, hello. Didn't really expect to see you right now. But if we're still on the true Aeon path, then we can potentially make Tyrendelev not die? That's cool. Commander, you're just the person I need to see. I'm so happy you're still alive. The demon Malaise welcomes you with a wave of his hand. He is impeccably dressed in rich, ornate robes and looks as arrogant and aristocratic as ever. Where have you been? The devil's glittering rings are in full display as he presses his hand to his heart. I was distracted by urgent business in hell, Commander. But believe me when I say that my thoughts were with you and the courageous defenders of Dresden. I'm sure you know the saying, when the cat's away, the mice will play. The devil chuckles. Well, that's what happened in Cana. Some opportunists thought they could lay claim to my lord Mephistopheles' domain. They had to be dissuaded from this notion. What do you want from me? I wish to offer you the power and influence you deserve. I must admit, you fascinate me. Yeah, you're glowing though, so that's interesting. Your determination, your love for justice. Yes, sometimes you can be too straightforward. Your decisions may be just, but you do not look out for your own interests. It takes skill to find solutions that are both fair to others and beneficial to yourself. But if you practice on mice, or even on rats that have invested Dresden, the ones that scurry through the city and feel no guilt for their crimes, I have no doubt that you will acquire a taste for punishment, as well as many other practical skills, I'm sure. We do not have many elite devils in hell. We need devils with exceptional minds, devils that possess unlimited potential. So imagine how excited I was when I found an individual on Golarion who matched all of these criteria, except one. She was not a devil. So, Commander, I am offering you a special contract. Oh yes, Minde. This contract is about more than infernal power. I'm offering you the chance to become a devil. One of us, our equal. What do you say? Let's say I agree to sign your contract. What's in it for me? You will gain access to the realm of true order. We have already achieved in hell what you are trying to establish in Dresden. You should face the truth, Commander. You do not yearn for balance like a true Aeon. It is orderliness that is your passion. That will give you strength, power, strength, and knowledge. You might think that you already have all of this in Dresden, but your life on Golarion is finite. As far as I can tell, it is swiftly moving towards its conclusion. What will happen to you next? Will you go quietly to wherever Pharasma sends you? If you do that, then what was the point of living? No, Commander. I offer you a place in hell, a place that will be reserved for you while you still breathe. You won't have to start from the very bottom and be subjected to purifying torment. You won't have to suffer to acquire what others achieve through unbelievable pain. Okay, your offer sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Elise looks at you reproachfully. Are we not old friends, Commander? Do you think I make this offer to everyone? This is a tremendous privilege. There is only one condition, a mere formality, really. Once you agree to sign the contract, there will be a court hearing. I will have to give an official assessment of your behavior in front of witnesses. That is all. You want me to sign a devil's contract? Never. Malaise tilts his head to the side. That is a very common reaction, but I'll give you time to reconsider. I'll be waiting for you in neutral territory, not far from Canabras. There is a place that was once known as the Bastion of Justice. I'll meet you in the ruins there. There will be a small bureaucratic matter to attend to. A mere formality, really. I have to go on record and give an official assessment of your behavior. But I'm sure by then you will be ready to make the right decision. We might do that anyway, but probably not, you know, become a devil. Okay, interesting looking fellow. The giant warrior towers above you. It looks as though his entire body has been cast from metal. He gazes at you dispassionately. Subject matches target description. Target identified. Kovareth the Inevitable greets the commander. Objective: to assist the commander. Assistance will be provided in the form of supplying the commander with Inevitable class combat units, accompanied by Axiomite curators. Where did you come from? The place of my creation is Axis, the plane of universal supreme law and order. Was Inevitable. A living machine, created to defend Axis. Inevitables fight against external threats and enemies that could harm Axis. Accept your aid. The assigned objective will be completed. Failure is not an option. Alright, well, didn't really expect anything to happen off of me just speaking to the mirror, but sure. Okay. Thinking about where to go.
Be off.
We know we want to be here in a day, so if we rest, that'll probably be our plan. There's nothing else we need to do before we leave Dresden, apart from just have a look at all of our quest logs, because we have a lot. Okay, and a lot of them are now marked as have to be finished in this chapter. Okay. So, Secrets of Creation doesn't have to be finished in Act 5. Interesting. But we still need to do all of this, so there's quite a lot to do. Cascade of Fire. Find Mutasafin. Okay, should do that. There's a large force on the move near a drained lake in the heart of the Worldwound, southwest of Dresden. Find Captain Sealkind. Okay. He can be found in the area where his patrol perished. Okay. We don't know exactly, well, I assume we know where that is, but it doesn't say on here. Your bones will join myriad others. Find the entrance to the Ineluctable Prison. So this is the one where we have to find a portal of new demons coming through, and then we can jump into Baphomet's realm. Spinner of Nightmares is near Iz, which I assume means it's a little bit longer, because I remember that's where we were told it was. We were told that's roughly where it was, so it's going to take us a while to get there. Find Queen Galfrey. I assume that she's in Iz. Dragon Burial Ground isn't that far away, and we do want to actually go and have a look at that one, because we invested in this in early chapters, so I'm assuming it's going to pay out. And then help Journal at Chili Creek. Definitely want to do that, but it's not high priority. I don't think there's anything, you know, that's going to immediately punish us for that. Go to Canabras. The problem with going to Canabras is that it's really far away and in the wrong direction. I would love to do this, but we need to probably do some other ones first. Meet with the devil in the ruins of the Bastion of Justice. The commander will make her final choice between the Aeon's Path and the Devil's Path. Definitely the Aeon's Path. We have not even moved slightly into the Devil's Path. Nenio's one still is, you know, can be completed in either chapter, and that's because Secrets of Creation can be done whenever. Finian's Awakening. It's now possible to go to Iz, so this is now possible. Visit the Hell Knight Outpost. Now, Regil did say go quickly. I don't know whether that means we have to go quickly or not, but I'm going to assume the answer is yes, based upon his previous quests. Bring Darren to the place marked by the Inquisitor. Not actually time dependent, as far as I'm aware. This one seems like we could easily do this whenever. Endgame. Capture all regions of the Worldwound. Well, I mean, that's just a thing we're going to do over time. We need to find more Elven script and restoring an ancient cloak. So we're probably going to go and... yeah, we're probably going to go and take Regil to the Hell Knight outpost. What's interesting about Regil, if we go to his character here, you'll see that we've actually only done one step in his quest. There's potentially 2 more steps in his one. Unlike some, like Social's done. Enio has 2 steps, potentially. Lan has another step. Seal has another step. We just finished Arushale. Okay. Ember has another step. Darren, maybe he only has a 3-step one because we're about to finish his quest. I don't know. Maybe some of these are only 3-step ones. But Greybore definitely has another thing to do as well. Okay, cool. Right, so we're going to take Regil out to do that quest, and beyond that we don't really care. Might take Darren out and see where his one is. Let's rest. Now, we do want to scribe some scrolls. Now, this might have been changed from previously. Lose lore religion. But we'll check. I definitely want red scrolls if we can get any. Where are we? Well, there are some higher level scrolls we could get if we got a better scroll kit. Scroll of Resurrection. Cool. We don't even need to downgrade it because we auto-pass anyway. Okay, sure. Oh, did this always tell us how many there were here? I don't know if it did. Oh well, that's cool. I thought previously it just said how many you needed. It didn't tell you how many you had. But maybe it always did. Right.
I have heard the heads of the noble houses of Cheliax don't tend to last long. Perhaps you know if they have need of reliable contractors.
You do realize that you have just asked a Hell Knight how you can best go about your illegal activity.
I like that one. Okay. Perfect. I was expecting these. So, Diplomatic Council. Lady Kanomi doesn't look nearly as confident or bold as before. Commander, what a blessing it is to have you back. Mendev is in need of your help. There's been a revolt in the Rosian. The disgruntled nobles are completely out of control. They proclaimed the Royal Council dissolved and arrested several of its members. Many politicians were accused of collaborating with the demons. Some were executed, others were torn apart by the crowd. The first treasurer has fled. There's fighting in the streets between mercenaries hired by the aristocrats and the guard, who is loyal to the Royal Council. Dresden has received letters from the insurgents, as well as from the loyal servants of the crown, requesting your support. But both the Royal Council and I have faith that you will elect to defend the legitimate authority. This faith is not misplaced, is it? Lady Kanomi regards you with a devotion you've never seen in her before. If the powerful have gone mad and are spilling blood in the streets, there is only one force that can stop them, the Church. We'll appeal to the clerics to intervene in this conflict. Their voices will be heard. Why would we bother saving the Royal Council? So it can keep pushing us around? I propose we publicly support the nobles. If a few esteemed elders were to depart from the council, it wouldn't be a terrible loss for the nation. The politicians have neglected their duty, but maybe their soldiers won't. There's gotta be some honest generals left in Mendev. We'll ask them to bring their troops to the capital and put an end to the unrest. I know a tiefling, Zarsi. She's from the River Kingdoms. She was saying something about a young state over in the Stone Lands that managed to cobble together a proper cohesive nation from a bunch of riffraff. Pretty slick, considering how tricky it was to make them not hate each other's guts. Want to invite them to help us patch things up? Wait a second. So Woljif is effectively... Wait a second. Woljif is asking that we get our character from the first game effectively to come and help out? That's kind of fun. So, Nerosian first demanded, but is now asking. The situation in the capital must really be grim. You are absolutely right, Commander. I admit the Royal Council hasn't shown you the proper respect and amicability. I myself brought this to their attention on numerous occasions. Lady Kanomi's posture is full of repentance. But trust me when I say none of them wished you ill, and they all shared the unshakable belief that you were the savior of our nation. Why is there rioting in Nerosian? Without Her Majesty's steady hand, the capital has fallen into decay. Some are settling old scores, others have discovered new opportunities. Mendev is accustomed to following a highly respected leader. The only one who can protect the throne from greedy hands is you, Commander. Lady Kinomi gives you a deep bow, exuding remorse and obedience. What's the situation in the capital? The Royal Council, Her Majesty's most trusted civil servants and public officials, have long been in conflict with many powerful Mendevian aristocrats. The former had connections and influence, the latter had their family names, riches, and personal armies comprised of mercenaries, sword knights, and commoners. For many years their strife was latent and civilized. Coercion, bribery, intrigue, but the nobility spotted an opportune moment. They decided to overthrow the clique of degenerates that has usurped royal power. That's what they call the council. A series of arrests ensued, but the Royal Council found its own supporters and retaliated. Currently, numerous aristocrats are assembling their forces in the capital. The Supreme Court building now serves as a base of operations for the new Royal Council formed by the leaders of the nobility. The old Royal Council is holding Her Majesty's castle, the treasury, and the guard headquarters. Every so often, skirmishes break out in the streets. Many civil servants have left their workplaces and the townspeople are fleeing the city. The capital is paralysed. I would like to hear the council's opinions. Of course, but I implore you do not delay. Every minute counts. Lady Kinomi, do you really expect me to support the Royal Council? Commander, neither they nor I were ever your enemies. We're doing our duty, although we may have been unwise and presumptuous on occasion, but I assure you all mistakes have been addressed. By being generous, you will only demonstrate how wrong the capital was about you and teach them a lesson. Wow, this is some small-time thief chatting up the judge stuff. Your Honor, I've seen the error of my ways. I was wrong, but I've learned my lesson. Please be generous. Cut the crap. We've been around. We know what those promises are worth. Alright, Wooljiff. What was that about the River Kingdoms? Sarsi, a friend of mine, was telling me about this kingdom in the Stolen Lands, how it was made for centuries, all kinds of rabble and outcasts were gathered there, and then this new leader appeared and the whole mismatch became a solid nation. So it got me thinking, if they're so good at making different sorts see eye to eye, maybe we could put them to use here. They might butter up some folks and give others a scare, but whatever, it'll chill the hotheads, eh? Anyone who calls on foreigners to solve their country's problems is just asking for an intervention. We have no right to show Mendev's weakness to other nations. Okay. Darren, why should we support the nobility? They will form a new royal council. It's certainly possible they'll end up being exactly the same, hypocrites, bores, and schemers. But firstly, it will be a new, refreshing set of hypocrites, bores, and schemers. And secondly, they will remember who it was who helped them rise to power, and won't demand at every turn that we kiss their banner. So, we're just gonna support the insurgents and bring even more havoc to Mendev? I had the feeling that the next parade in our honor should be held by the demons. We're doing all the work for them. You're mistaken if you think that those nobles will be better than the Royal Council. They at least knew the boundaries that had been set by the Queen, but a band of nobles who see supreme power will believe that they are entitled to anything. Alright, Lan, can we count on the military leaders to help us? A bureaucrat's oath is a little different from a soldier's oath. If the politicians have betrayed Mendev, its last hope is the army. Let the troops march into Nerosian and bring order back to the streets. That'll cool everyone's heads. That is a dangerous solution. The military doesn't like to surrender what they have captured, such is the mindset of a soldier. We run the risk of establishing a military dictatorship in Mendev. Lady Kinomi snarls with discontent. Give power to the belligerents, they'll order the nation around like a company of recruits on the parade deck. Years of careful diplomatic work will go to waste. No, soldiers are inflexible, they cannot handle such delicate matters. Sociel, what can the church do in a situation like this? Become a living wall between the opposing sides, call for mercy, and if necessary warn them about heaven's wrath. People sometimes forget their conscience, and that's what clerics are for. In the end, they will remind the people that we're in the middle of a holy war. And who do you think called the shots in the Royal Council before my good cleric? His leaders, the Paladin and the Inquisitor. In other words, the pious people, just like the ones you want to ask for help. Alright, I think I've heard everything I need. I hope you'll make the right decision. I like number 7 as well. You can just say, nah, actually, this isn't my problem. This is your problem. Okay. Let's do eliminating. That's how we used to do them. Which ones do we not like? I think, as much as I would like to try the River Kingdoms option, because it's kind of cool that you're bringing in something from a previous game, I think that we should reject that one, because Lady Konomi's point was good. If we ask for outside help in this situation, it doesn't send forth a good message to everyone else. I will support the Royal Council as... I don't know. I don't feel like we want to support the old Royal Council. And I don't really feel like we want to send in the army. I think our two options that I'm feeling are the rebellious nobles or asking the church to intervene. One of those two I think works. So, let's just go down up the list and see what we got. So this gets declaring independence decree, being very careful not to actually select it. All generals gain a +7 bonus to power, adds 100,000 finance points, 10,000 military points, and 4,000 energy points. This decree can only be issued once. Wow. Okay. That's pretty good. Support the Royal Council. We have the goggles of quick grasp. 15 competence bonus to persuasion skill checks, as well as all lore and knowledge skill checks. I mean, it's cool, but no. Woljif. Masterpiece from an artisan from a distant land. Elixir of inconceivable transmutations of body and soul, also mind. +2 inherent bonus on all ability scores. These are insane. Okay. Powerful relic armor. So +5 mithril chainmail grants a +7 bonus to persuasion skill checks made to intimidate. Actually garbage for us. Okay. What do the rebellious ones offer? A family heirloom. Whenever the wearer of this cloak of resistance +5 lands a killing blow, all enemies in a 15-foot radius must pass a will saving throw, become blinded for 4 rounds. Social Holy Relic. Grants the wearer a +4 enhancement bonus to charisma and wisdom ability scores. Also grants the wearer the ability to cast greater angelic aspect at will as a 20th level cleric. Now that's interesting. This is the better out of my two options. Now, here's the bit where I'm like, but the River Kingdoms gives us a buff to everything. They're so good. Declaring independence is so good. I assume declaring independence has additional problems in the future. Because it's like, it's legitimately too good to not have, you know, a major penalty with it later. I think I stick to my guns. We go RP. I'm choosing the church. Because we went for these two. Family heirloom just isn't as good as the as the holy relic, I think. So yeah, we'll choose that one. Church. The word of truth will stop the bloodshed. My hopes rest on the high priest of Nerosian. He is an honorable man. I apologize once more for all the misunderstandings we've had in the past, Commander. I thank you and won't take any more of your time. As soon as the situation in Nerosian changes, I will immediately convene the diplomatic council to give you a full report. I assume maybe if you decided to declare independence, it would just take away any future councils. Also, interesting that those are the level of buffs we're getting there. Commander, glad to see you back at the head of the military council. Decision is required of you more urgently than ever. Here's the situation. We don't have an army, in the strictest sense, and the enemy is putting up much more of a fight than previously. Judging by the reports, the demons are relying less and less on the armies of their mortal servants, and the power of simple blades, and more on magic and dark sorceries. We must respond in kind by bolstering our forces with expert spellcasters. I'm prepared to send an order to Canabras at once, requesting the necessary reinforcements. I propose we support our army with bardic magic. Bards learn all kinds of spells in their travels, and their songs can inspire our warriors and give them strength to fight. These demons know their vile magics, but I know something stronger than that. The power of the gods. We need some war priests in our army. Their spells will chase away the darkness and heal the wounded. We would do well to invite monks into our army. They've been hardened by a lifetime of training, and even demonic corruption cannot harm them. If you're in the need of mages versed in the art of killing, you should contact the Daggermark Poisoners Guild. Their alchemists are second to none when it comes to making deadly poisons or utilizing them in battle. Okay. we've been able to manage with what magic we've had just fine so far. The enemy never stands still. The more serious a threat we become for them, the more substantial will be the forces they throw at us. Gone are the days when the Abyss would casually send hosts of mindless cultists and lower demons. Now we're up against more cunning and skilled opponents who can incinerate a dozen soldiers with a single spell. We must respond to this with magic of our own, or we will lose. Are you sure Canapris is going to send us troops? Without a doubt, Canapris is much safer than we are at the moment. Well, we'll see about that. We're going to go visit in a minute. And I'm convinced that the Warden can provide some forces to support us. All of Mendev knows that right now Dresden is a dam holding back the river of demonic corruption that would otherwise be flooding to the south. The kingdom is in the process of mobilization, and Queen Galfrey's march on Iz has encouraged many who previously shirked military service to join the ranks of the army. Why don't you leave with Galfrey, Captain Odin? Captain Odin grows pale, but his voice sounds cold and steady. I did put in a request for a transfer to the front lines. Unfortunately, it was refused. Command determined that, due to the psychological trauma I had suffered during my years of service on the border, I am no longer fit for battlefield command. He lowers his head. As much as it stings me to admit it, they may be right. It's been a long time since I smelled burning flesh and heard the screams of battle. I can't guarantee that, when I do, I'll be able to maintain my composure. That I won't fail the soldiers who will be depending on me. However, I can still serve them by staying where I am. I want to hear the opinion of my advisors. Everyone looks at you expectantly. Captain Odin, how can the bards help us on the battlefield? It's become a fine tradition among Mendevian warriors to go into battle accompanied by songs of daring bards who glorify heroic deeds and strengthen the hand that smites the demons. Their ballads will inspire our soldiers, and their spells can prove useful in the most unexpected situations. Bards, their tongues are too long. What? Alright, Rachel. Can monks really withstand demonic magic? Monks are paragons of restraint and iron discipline. They are comparable to the Hell Knights in that regard. Among other things, they'll bring the values of the Order to our troops. Let the soldiers see how all demonic machinations and temptations break upon the monks' iron will. Then they themselves will become more calm and resolute. Okay. I get the feeling there's meant to be somebody else here to, reply. I got the feeling in the previous one as well that there could be somebody else here to, offer a rebuttal, but turns out that's not the case. Also, is the horse Aeon marked? That seems a little unfair. Anyway. Sela, are the war priests battle ready? Of course. There are plenty of brave and honest people among them, and serving the gods of light makes it their duty to resist evil. Many war priests make a conscious choice to forego a life of peace because their ideals wouldn't let them stand idly by. They've studied the military craft, and their blessings and healing spells have saved many a soldier's life. I hate the idea of risking the lives of God's servants. If they perish, their celestial patrons may resent it and turn their backs on us. Greybor, tell me more about the Poisoners Guild. They're a creepy bunch. Imagine, if you will, an alchemist and an accomplished scientist who can take your breakfast and make a bomb or a poison that could kill a basilisk out of it. Now imagine that the same alchemist doesn't mind personally shoving his poison into the basilisk's mouth. That's a pretty good description of your average member of the Daggermark Poisoners Guild. It's true, their blades coated with magical poisons are not as dramatic as calling down lightning from the skies, but they are just as effective and far less conspicuous. You underestimate the power of dark magic, Greybor. A poison dagger can't send every scoundrel in this world to Pharasma. Alright, everything's clear to me. Okay, are there any that we don't like? I don't like the Poisoner's Guild. Okay, so we'll immediately discount them. So, yes, I was assuming that these would just be you get different people. So that gets assassins. Okay. Fast capable warriors, all church guards are promoted to assassins. Okay, so church guards are 179 and they do 7 to 14. These are 158 and they do 47 to 50, so huge increase in damage. Okay. I don't feel bards that much. I don't think they're going to be that good. Let's have a look. They really don't seem like they're that good. But they can empower adjacent units? Nah, I don't like that. Alright, monks or war priests? Monks, huge hit point increase. Absolutely massive. The immunities are cool, the resistances are cool, don't do that much damage, but wow, that's a lot more hit points. And AC, not that much higher, but still good. And War Priests. So these have power, while others don't have power. Okay. So they do more damage. So that's power. I'm assuming monk... Let me just check. Yes, monks don't have power. Assassins don't have power. And bards also do not have power. So the only ones who can actually, I believe, cast spells are the War Priests. Now, I didn't really like spell casting. I'm going to go with monks. The demons won't be too pleased when they realize their spells are powerless against our warriors. It'll do the troops some good to have an example of discipline and fortitude in clear view at all times. I'll send a letter to Canabras immediately, requesting a group of spellcasters to be sent to our aid. I'm certain they will arrive soon, Commander. Cool. So we have now done an awful lot of, you know, Crusade stuff. Let's head in here and get a couple of things pushed forward. So, we should be able to do a diplomacy and a something else, I think. And a military, potentially. Did we just get a new amount of money? Yes, we just got new finance points, so it must be a new week technically. So this one, because of choice effects, we can upgrade this Bardiche. That doesn't seem that useful because we have nobody who can use it, I think. We can do a royal parade, which will give us finance points 10% for a bunch of days. Got anything else we need to do? Royal conscription. Increases trainable unit growth. Okay, that's fine. We're not too worried about that. Fire elemental creation's done in a day. We're not doing Xanthir's experiments because we don't want to be the swarm that walks. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Okay, so let's do royal parade. And then we have no military ones. Oh, we have last forces, but we're not going to do that. Right. So we've now set that up. It's time for us to head out and, well, you know, see what's out there. Have a look at the map, which we haven't had a look at yet. Okay. It's been a while. It's been a long while. And we're going to be able to switch our party members, which we also haven't done in ages. Like, that has been, what? I'm trying to think how long that's been since we last switched party members. That was before we left Nocticula's bit. Yeah, we've done a lot since then. Alright. Exit. Now, we can clear our party here. I suspect Greybore is going to be taken with us a lot less because he no longer fits the area as well. Like, Arushale is no longer a must-take either. I think Regil is a must-take because we might do his thing. Let's take along Sela as a secondary. Okay, because we haven't had her in the party in a while. Darren, we potentially have his quest to do. Let's take Nenio, because we haven't taken... yeah, we haven't taken Nenio in a while. And actually, because we've done that, we have to take Arushale, because we have to take Arushale or Woljif. And if I'm taking Sela Regil, Woljif doesn't have a space in the party. Yeah. And then that Nenio's our haste. The other combination is we take out Sela, put in Woljif, and then probably Ember Lan would be our next two. Yeah. Okay. That's fine though. We'll accept this party. It's something a little bit different, you know? We haven't had this party in pretty much... yeah, we haven't had this party in a long time. Since pretty much before the Abyss. Right. Let's have a look at where things are. So Hell Knight Outpost is over here. Wait, and we have friendly units there? I was also told I have some mythic abilities to look at as well. Let's have a look. So all units in the area receive a thing. We can teleport. We can amplify resistance. Recover the target general's energy for 10 times mythic rank points. That's cool. All units in target army take physical damage. So that's probably one that we need to do. Call to arms adds units to the target army with a total value of 750 times mythic rank. The unit type is chosen randomly from the units that are already present in the army. Time manipulation. All ongoing decrees, construction buildings, and recruit growth gain plus 1 times, so 8 days to their progress. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Moves the target army to a point on the global map that is unoccupied by armies. So are these grayed out, or are these... I need to quick save before trying these. Okay. Oh, I guess some of them can only be done while I'm controlling an army. That's why they're not... Yeah, that must be why they're grayed out. Let's go into here. It says there's new stuff. I guess the new stuff is the buildings, right? Yeah, okay, and now we can get into all of these places as well. Wait a second. Whoa. I accidentally came out of that, but what's down here? So there's Is. Oh, wow, we're actually, like, we already have the path to Is. That's crazy. I thought Is was going to be much further away. We actually already literally have the path cleared out to there. Okay, that's a little bit easier than I first thought it would be. Okay, let's go back to this map mode, because I never really meant to leave it. Right, back to regions. Let's have a look at this. So we can upgrade this, that's what it's saying, right? Yes, because we paid for an upgrade. So that's what's in here, I think. Yeah. Okay. What's this one down there? Whoa. What's this? Oh, I need to change map mode. Okay, back down here. So what's this? Bastion of Justice. Okay, so we have 2 things at Canabris. If we're going this way, we have to also do Chili Creek while we're here, which is one of these ones. I thought Chili Creek was... Oh, it's here, yeah. So what we probably have to do is Chili Creek and then move our way down south from there. Okay, so those 3 are now all connected, effectively, in our quest log. Maybe there's somewhere we can go from here now that we've... Yeah, there might be somewhere we can go from here now that we're on a higher act. Like, all these dead ends might lead somewhere. Maybe not, but you know, that's fine. Okay. Wonder what else it says is here. Wait a second. Let me click on it and just check. So we have no events, we have no decrees. Yeah, so it must be that. Okay. I'm not worried about upgrading anything just yet until we're ready. Okay, so that's that. Those 3 are there. What else have we got? Core of the riddle is just solve puzzles. Solve puzzles. That's where Captain Sealkind is. So when we're doing Captain Sealkind, it's a shame there isn't a path there. That would be so good to have a path there to connect them. But we could probably teleport to one. I think we have a teleport over here. Yeah, we have a teleport to like... well, we have a teleport to Gloomy Gorge. And I think we had a teleport to Treasonholm. I might be wrong. Okay, so we could do a teleport to one of them and go down and do these ones. We should probably teleport to Gloomy Gorge and then go to Hell Knights and then go south from there. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Hell Knights is there, so this is just an army I have moving for some reason. Okay. Let's do a mythic thing. So how do I get to my mythic ones? So... Where's my... Wait, where are those abilities that I had previously? I had abilities that I could use here, but now they're gone. Wait. Oh, no, there they are. Wait a second. Were those missing somehow? We go in and out of this and just see what happens. Yeah, those are missing until I use the escape. That's weird. Switch to the army. Yeah, so now these are available. Okay. Construction projects. So grants all ongoing decrees, construction buildings, and recruit growth gain bonuses. Okay. Let's go to this Crusader army. Let's move these guys out of it. Okay. This can be the new ally battalion. Cool. Did I spell battalion right? I don't know. Maybe. I was going 1 T or 2 T's, whatever. Right, so this is our new one. And I'm going to use this on it, which will give us units with a total value of 750 times by 8. How much is a unit worth? I don't know. How do we find out like what a unit's worth? No idea. Okay, I'm going to click it. I'm going to quick save first, then I'm going to click it. Let's do it. Alright, so wait, can I do it like this? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to move this army slightly. Cool. That's a fair number of troops. Yeah, okay, that was worth doing. So it recovers in 15 days. Okay. Do I want to do this? Like, just start shooting armies? Maybe, I guess. Like, we could just choose an army and start going wild. Like, just start going blam, blam. Okay, and then I guess we walk in and get a reward. Or do we get a reward based on how many we kill? Because if we do, then I don't want to use this. That's an interesting one. Recover a target general. Oh yes, I was told that generals need to be reassigned to things. And they're on a 3-day timer. Okay, so in 3 days, we can assign our generals. Wonderful. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to move you back. So, then I'm going to recruit into this army. What are you? You're monks. Ah, I see. Okay. Now recruit as many of these guys as I can. So 7. I'm then going to hire as many monks as I can. So, monks the ones that I want in this one? Sure, monks will do for just now. There we go. So we'll put some monks in here as well. They have a lot of health, but they're not... Yeah, they have an absurd amount of health, but they're not really that useful. Apart from that. They do more damage than these guys, though. So if we got more monks, that'd be better. Okay, that's fine. We need more money. If I invested 100,000 in here, that seems like a good idea. Or 100 and... Let's go for like 150,000, yeah? Which will then allow us to get 31,000 finance points. Nice. So that just gives us a small loan that we can start with. I should be buying paladins and things. I just can't do anything with them right now, so that's fine. So let's just find an army that has paladins in it. I don't have an army that has paladins in it. Okay, cool. So we'll buy them. We'll probably merge them into the main army when we're, like, in a minute. We're going to recruit in champions. Cool. Anyone else we want to recruit here? Nope. Search for new units. Don't need bards because we just said no. Don't need war priests. Don't need rogues. Cool. So we can ignore all of that for just now. We still have points to spend, so we could start buying up could start making buildings better. Yeah, it seems like an idea. So I actually want to go to this map mode. So I don't want to be on campaign. I want to be on I want to be on regions. I just want to check. Do we have teleporters places? So do you have a teleporter? No. Do we want a teleporter in Treason Home? I might want to I do have a teleporter down here. Okay, that's fine. So I probably want to move an army down here as well to deal with some of these ones. They're only level 8 armies, so we should be fine. Okay. Have I got anywhere else that I might want a teleporter? Camp on the ferry. That's actually probably the closest one to is. So what have we got here? Hospital, citadels. You know what? I'm going to upgrade this one. Sure. That'll get rid of the message as well. And we'll enter this one, because this one's way out there, like at the end. So what do we currently have in this place? Citadel, hospital, garrison, archery range. Okay. Build. Teleportation circle, because it's the nearest one to is. Does anything get a bonus by being next to the citadel? I don't think so. Yeah, That's fine. I'm just checking that we're okay. Probably shelter we should have in here. That's fine. Let's see if we have anything else that's worthwhile. Okay, so let's go with that. Let's build a shelter. Okay, so we're going to build a shelter here. So we can now rest here without taking negatives. We can increase damage for adjoining buildings, but that's barracks, so it doesn't matter too much. Could go for a mercenary guild to increase the number of available mercenaries by 1. Yeah, let's do that. So that seems good. We could also go for... increases recruitment growth for the main Hall of Champions by 25%. Do we even have a... What's a Hall of Champions? Wait a second, let's go back to Dresden. I don't even know what a Hall of Champions is. Okay, so back to Dresden. Enter. Is that a thing that we need to build? Main Hall of Champions. We need 1,750 here. It allows you to get honor guards. Oh, okay, I see. That's fine. So how many more do we need? We need a lot more. Okay. Well, if I'd known that previously, I would have built it previously. So we'll save up for that one then. Okay, cool. So knowing that, there's nothing else we want to build. So I'm going to press the button. And we're just going to jump forward on things. Yeah, so Royal Parade will finish immediately. We now have enough to do last forces if we were feeling like we needed to. We're not really in that much danger right now. That brings this back. Go. And that's finished things. Oh, it also makes recruitment replenish? Oh. Okay, well that's pretty good. Wait, does it also make our... does it make our generals come back? That'd be cool if it did. No, their timer is not affected by time change. Right. Buy shield bearers. Buy marksmen. So we're now much stronger there. Buy more monks. Okay, so we're now at strength 8 army. Find a different army. So, this one. Buy the paladins. Research. Okay, well, we have champions. We'll buy champions. Just to fill up the numbers. Okay. Cool. That's fine. Crusade, we now have things that we need to do in here. So the decrees are done. Wait, are they? Wait, so do we have the 10% extra? Doesn't look like we actually got them. It looks like they've just disappeared out of existence. Huh. That's not ideal if that's the case. We might have to advance time forward a day to make things come up, maybe? I don't know. It claims there are things here. And quite clearly there... Oh wait, we can upgrade these maybe? Alright. How many upgrades do I have? Does it tell me? No. Okay. Well, let's hold off on doing that then. Okay. Well, I'm gonna teleport over here to the... Yeah, so that didn't finish the building over here either. Wait, let's go back to... Also, let's get our army. Send it south, just for just now. Gonna send the army... this way? That's fine. I mean, we could teleport it, but there's no real point. We probably want to teleport when we're in danger. Gonna create a new army. Which is like that. Okay, you're gonna follow down here. And we'll merge you once we get the guy who has the ability to have larger armies. Wait, oh, because we already moved it back and forward. I was like, why did that happen? It's because we already moved it back and forward. That's fine. You're a level 7 army, and you're probably always going to be a level 7 army. We might try you out against these guys up top. Okay. I could actually try that as well. That may be worth doing. Okay. Let's quick save. So now we're going to teleport over there to Gloomy Gorge, which is where we wanted to go. There was someone on the road. Somebody who caught us while teleporting. Just want to throw that out here. They caught us while we teleported. Hello, Chief Sull. Wait, of the mongrels? This doesn't seem good. Also, party needs to be readjusted. We're no longer soul tank, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, so something like this seems good, although we don't need to stand as close together as we don't care about Dimension Door as much anymore. There we go, something like this. Seems pretty good to me. I was just thinking whether we want to do this time. You know what? Sure. Let's do this time. Look how many of these he has on here. It's so funny. Right. So let's quick save to start with. I'm going to summon a Hellhound, which lasts for 1 hour. Okay, cool. We have a Hellhound as well now. Let's get some buffs on. So, I think they start here. Stone Skin Communal. Remove Fear. See Invisibility Communal. Protection from Arrows. Death Ward we can apply to everybody who needs it. So you, you, and you. Heroism. One for you. One for you. One for you. One for you. And one for you. True Seeing. One for you. One for you. Expeditious Retreat. Effortless Armor. Find Traps. Thought Sense. Okay, so we now have every buff on us that we can cast. Sela. Angelic Aspect. Blessings of Courage. I guess to you, maybe? Arkanzara. Bless your own weapon. Veil of Heaven. Veil of Positive Energy. Fire Belly. You do have enduring spells, right? Yeah. Effortless Armor. Aura of Greater Courage. And Bestow Grace upon yourself. Right. So you're set.
Missed me already.
Yeah. Get more of these buffs. So Shield of Faith on everybody. There's a lot of people to Shield of Faith here. We can actually have a look at what our real stats are at this point as well once we finish doing all of these. I probably need to redo some of the action bars as well because we got new spells, but that's okay. Let's start by doing these ones. I care more about these than Freedom of Energy or Crusader's Edge. There we go. Or Freedom of Movement. I don't know why I said Freedom of Energy. I do know why I said it. It's because we were doing energy stuff at the exact same time. Cool. One for you. Don't need to use Neutralize Poison because we have somebody who will deal with that. One for you. One for you. We have to overcome his spell resistance to cast it. That's so funny. Also annoying. If it becomes truly annoying, we have to overcome her spell resistance as well. If it becomes truly annoying, I'll take off armor and things before doing this, although I don't know where hers comes from, so that's kind of annoying. Right, one of those. One of those. Did I not apply all of the resistances first? No, I only did protections. Okay, fine. That's fine. We'll miss a protection. Probably Sonic is not going to come up. You have Angelic on, don't you? Yeah, doesn't matter. I was just double checking. Life Bubble. Cool. You're now fully buffed up. Heroic Inspiration is new as well. Gain a +4 morale bonus to attack and damage rolls and temporary hit points, and immune to fear and charm during the spell's duration. That seems pretty good. We'll have one of those as well. Don't need to overheal anymore. Although we could. As in we don't need to use heal mass. Let's just use it anyway. There we go. We're all got as much as we can.
My favorite aid.
You do actually have something to cast, but yours is very straightforward. It's just a mage armor. Nice. Then here,
For my path.
Long Strider, Featherstep Mass. Now these are all perma buffs now. Magic Fang. There we go. Because she has greater enduring, right? Yeah, look at that. Just you get Hurricane Bow permanently. Just Aspect of the Falcon permanently. She gets Cat's Grace as well. That's very cool. So now, if we have a look at some of our characters, we'll see that they are looking a bit insane. What's her weapon's crit chance? So it's still 19 to 20, but it's 4 times. Yeah, and armor class is looking real good on a couple of our people here. 49 armor class. That is insane. That's actually just insane. Okay. Right, quick save. I kind of thought we might be attacked by Chief Sull. You know what's really annoying though is that we found Chief Sull and we don't have Lan with us.
Move.
I know I just did all that buffing. Alright, we're going to walk forward and see what happens. Then we'll see. Slowly, barely moving, a formless figure shuffles towards you. When it finally draws near, you realize it's Chief Sull. But the state of him, the wound has dissected him, or desiccated him, drained him of his last vestiges of strength. His clothes are caked in blood, his eyes are glazed and rolling in his head, and black saliva trickles from his limply gaping mouth. Sull, what are you doing here? Sull stares at you for a while, as if he doesn't recognize you, but his awareness slowly sharpens. Commander to Dresden, I'm going to Dresden. I need to gather, rescue. You're alone? Where are the other mongrels? Shavamelik, Slayer, they're all there. Do you know where Shavamelik Slayer is? Sull gestures in the direction he came from. There. You're going back, you need help immediately. Yeah. Thank you, Sull coughs violently. Commander, you're the commander. Need to get to Dresden. There, we'll talk there. Okay. Now, I am going to do something which seems a little counterintuitive given all that we've done. But I'm going to reload. But we'll do that in a second. Don't put me in a cutscene. Unless we get Lan here, in which case we'll probably be fine. Just waiting. Okay, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Right, we'll do a real save. So this is where we'll probably come back to, assuming that what I'm about to do will make no odds one way or another. Right. We're going to load before the quick save. I think it's this one's the one I'm after. Yeah, 1 minute before. So this must be before I teleported. I did a quick save. Okay. So I should be allowed to switch my party here. We know there's no combat, so actually it doesn't matter. It's actually almost better to do it this way. Let me just check where my armies are, just so I'm in the right place. So I haven't moved my armies on this one. Let me switch to the other one then. The one that's a minute later. So I must have moved my armies by the one that's a minute later, right? If not, then we're well back. Yeah, so I'd move the armies on this one. Did I move the unit? No, perfect. So we're going to quickly manage party. Switch in. Then teleport to the Looming Gorge. Perfect. Right, so that's what I wanted. It doesn't matter that we did the buffing. The buffing makes no odds one way or another. Because we're go back to Dresden anyway. Cool. Sull, is this really you? You're alone. Where are the other mongrels? Shava Melik, Hishlair, they're all there. Sull, what are you doing here? Going to go in there. Okay. Easy, easy. We'll rescue everyone, alright, Sull? The commander is back. Everything's gonna be fine. Do you know where Shava Melik's lair is? There. He's not himself. We need to get him to the healers first. Maybe we'll remember something once he gets some rest. Alright. I'm gonna do that. The reason I'm gonna do... Oh, no! It makes me go... I wanted to do that so I stayed in the location, so I... Okay. Fine. Whatever. I wanted to do that so that I didn't have to do a loading screen. But, because I'm gonna load up our previous one. Makes no difference whether land's there or not, so we might as well load the one afterwards. I just realized our buffs might not disappear. Although they probably will, because it depends whether it gives us our teleport back, basically. If it doesn't give us our teleport back, our buffs will disappear before we get to the location, but whatever. It's fine. Right, so now we're back in Dresden, and once we speak to Sull, we'll then be able, I think, at that point, to be able to go out and, well, I guess go to the Hell Knights and see what's going on. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.